Real political, real as it get. We back with another episode,
Hey,
man. We back,
hey.
man. It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about.
Um, First and foremost, I don't think we kind of strayed away from these tariffs because they kind of like was in the media a lot,
And
and then
then
it kind of
Epstein.
just like boom, here
Then,
come Epstein. You
then
feel
Epstein
me?
happened.
But I wanna kind of just rewind a little bit and talk a little bit more about the tariffs. So asking you, do you see a significant amount of change once the tariffs impacted and what we're looking at in our community and our government system right now, as far as the rise in prices in the groceries, still the rise in prices in the gas, still the rise in prices in the products and services, food. Like, so what was the glaring
The
tail about the
effects was
tariffs?
it actually made everything go up. Inflation got higher. Go look at the numbers. Inflation got higher. The price of food went up. See, sometimes I think people don't see it because they taking it up a few cents at a time. But if you go back to February, if you just look at the price of milk at Walmart, the Walmart Great Value,
Eggs,
it was
nigga.
like $2 and like 32 cents a gallon.
Yes.
It's up to $2 and like 60 something cent a gallon now. Just that increase right there is already a big increase.
Yeah.
If you counting that, that's a big increase already. The price of like just he was when Trump was running, he kept talking about shrinkflation and the price of food and the price of this, and then when he was talking about groceries and he was like groceries, I just came up with a word, grocery. That's what they call it. That's what you call it when you go get food and you go
Right.
shopping. Grocery. That's what he was on. He was on some grocery. So I'm like, has he never shopped for
He's
himself?
never shot. He's never. Fun fact: he's never drove himself.
So he don't know what grocery shopping is because he kept this whole. He was amazed with the word grocery. He was like groceries. Oh, y'all heard that? I just said something just then. I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
Right.
So the fact is, a person that's that high up, they don't know what they don't see these 30 cent, 40 cent, 50 cent increases. But the thing is, when you take something that's $2 and it goes up by 30 cent, that means it's at least a 15% increase that you
Right.
already seen happen. So that's stuff that's here in America. This is not stuff that's being imported or exported. So if you look at the import and exported stuff, it's gonna be an even higher increase in traded goods. Um,
And look
then
at look at the tariffs that they placed them on, like China,
Japan. Look what happened to
Japan,
Japan, bro. Look at
Brazil, India, South Korea. Like, these are all of the major marketing states and countries, bro, that we do all our manufacturing out of, bro.
Do you know what happens when you take trade and you play with trade and you start trade wars? People start going to other places to get their
Hmm.
goods. It's just like if you had a grocery store or a gas station and you took your prices up, instead of you hurting me and say I'm gonna make you pay more, I'm gonna just go to the next gas station.
And just be like, fuck it.
So
Now
so
you
that's
get
the reality.
nothing.
That's the reality of what's happening. So people are just like, we just gonna go to another country. We gonna find another way to get it. So that's what tariffs. I feel like the price is increasing. The gas prices came down a little bit on national average, but overall, if you look at the pattern of the gas, it's dropping down, but then it goes up. It drops down, it goes up. So we still kind of where we was at. If you look at when Joe Biden was in office, the last 4 years before Trump came in, the gas went from almost $5. So if
Yes.
you want to talk about a real decrease, let's talk about this. 2021, the gas was almost $5 in Florida.
The fact.
It was $7, $8 in California. And the fact that they kept saying the gas prices, the economy, the numbers, and they kept pushing this whole economy, numbers, gas prices. And then you turn around and you see over the 4 years of Joe Biden, when they kept talking about nothing's changing, everything's going up, inflation, the gas went from almost $5 to like $3. So we saw like a
Yeah.
$2 decrease. Since Trump has been in office, if you want to say any decrease, maybe a 10 cent. Maybe 10 cent.
Maybe.
Maybe. But we talking about dollars. So he was taking his brag and boasting, oh, gas is under $2. It's at 1.99. I haven't seen no gas for under $2. I just haven't seen it. I'm not gonna say it ain't nowhere that exists, but maybe he looking. You know those signs that still be up and the gas stations be closed down and the signs still be up. Maybe that's what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see it, bro. Maybe that's what he's talking about. So,
Possibly.
because I seen those before and I got excited.
Yeah.
You know, I'm riding on the interstate. Oh shoot, 199. Let me get off. And then you see it's abandoned, it's vacant. So maybe that's what he's talking about. But he can't be talking about the same thing that we talking about because it's just not possible. So That's how I feel about tariffs. That's how I feel about the pricing. I feel like if you look at what's happening, the GDP has grown. The unemployment has not gone down. It's at 4.2%. The inflation rate is not going down. It's holding kind of steady, but going up a little bit. The housing market in Florida, it's houses for sale everywhere.
Yes.
You go back 2 years ago when Joe Biden was the president, man, you couldn't get a house in Florida, especially in the main cities like Tampa. Mm-hmm. Houses was so high at the time that people were buying houses for $20,000, $30,000 over the asking price. That's how bad they wanted. Now you ride down the street, you see for sale, for sale, for sale, for sale. So if you see what's really happening, our Governor Ron DeSantis is a snake, and what he's doing is horrible for Florida. The prices of everything is went up in Florida. We have the highest inflation in the country. I'm going to get on Ron DeSantis for a minute because I'm talking about Florida. We got the highest inflation in the country. We have the highest health insurance. We have the highest homeowners insurance. We have the highest car insurance. We have the highest property taxes and the highest inflation in the whole country. How is this possible? And but yet he takes pride on Florida being a successful state. But how can we be a successful state when we're higher than everybody else? Everything costs more to be in Florida. But now it's starting to come down because Federal Powell, the guy who's in charge of the tax rates, what is it called? I can't think of it right. I know y'all gonna get me. Jerome Powell.
Yeah.
Jerome Powell was like, he had a meeting with Trump. Trump was trying to say, bring the rates down. He was on True Social, bring the rates down right away. And what happened? He said he can't do that. He said because of tariffs and because of the uncertainty in this government that he cannot bring those prices down. I mean, those interest rates down. So because of the federal interest rates are still holding steady, the market, the stock market is being affected by. If you look at what's happening to the S&P 500, you look at what's happening to all of the stock market, the cryptocurrency just hit a highest peak. They hit record breaking numbers recently, but because those rates didn't come down, because he said because of the uncertainty and because of the tariffs, because of the uncertainty from the tariffs, he cannot lower the rates. And because he cannot lower the rates, then that made the whole market go down. The freaking Bitcoin had been down for a long time. I got money in Bitcoin. We'll talk about that later. But it been down, and then it finally went up 27%. I was like, okay, maybe we'll get back up. You know what I'm saying? It's back down to 19 cents within like a week. Within a week, because of this guy, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and pretty much most of the stock market, we are back to the same tariff war. And he's doing this because he's tired of hearing about Epstein, that we're not going to leave alone. We still going to talk about Epstein. Yeah. We're going to talk about the fact that you got Ghislaine Maxwell and you took her and you put her in a what is it called? The jail, like the low criminal jail, what is it called? The jail that when it's like barely in the jail.
Not a maximum security, a medium security.
The minimum security prison you take out of and you put in a minimum security prison. You give her immunity. You having all these talks with her because you don't want her to talk.
Yeah.
But then you people in the comments are trying to defend this and say that, oh well, why Joe Biden didn't do it? Because y'all was holding up. They was holding up everything in the courts. Even though Joe Biden was the president, he don't have the power of the Supreme Court.
He don't.
Donald Trump has the power of the Supreme Court. He has the power of the House and the Senate. So therefore, he can do that. But why he didn't do it? Where's the list? But Joe Biden, he didn't have the power of the courts. He didn't have that kind of power. And it's so crazy how you want to say, well, why Joe Biden do it? He must be know something. Bill Clinton and Obama's on the list. And now the thing is, they're trying to do so many things to distract. This man even talking about Beyonce, bro.
Yeah, it's misdirection,
bro. He's talking about Kamala should be this and that, and Beyonce should be sued. He's trying to change the narrative because the market is not looking good. The only thing that's helping him right now is that Epstein is actually helping him, because if people saw what was happening with the market,
they changed their mind.
But they wouldn't be happy. So therefore, Epstein is really bad because they're letting out people. I don't want to say too much because I get strikes these days.
Right.
But they're letting out people who did things to children that they shouldn't have been doing, bad things. They're letting out these kind of people. And they're being supported by those kind of people, the orange people.
Bro, listen, this dude, Donald Trump, employed Lawrence Taylor over a youth program.
Okay.
And he's an offender.
Yes, registered offender.
He's a registered offender, and you're going to have him around young kids,
But I thought when it was offenders, you wasn't allowed to be
You're
around
not.
kids.
You're not.
So when did this
bro.
become okay?
I don't like, bro. They got this on television, and I'm not understanding how they can be okay with this. Even to piggyback off of your Ron DeSantis, like, bro,
Oh man.
don't you know this idiot, bro, said the census was flawed.
Yes.
So he trying to do another census, bro.
Because he's trying to redistrict the state so we can't win in the midterm.
Thank you, bro.
Texas is already doing this. Texas, they're trying to redistrict so they can lie about the census, so they can lie about the numbers, so they make it hard for the Democrats to have a chance to take back the House and the Senate. And it's the tactics they've been playing. That's why we're going to support Gavin Newsom, because Gavin Newsom said, oh, that's what they doing? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it in California.
Right.
If that's how we playing, that's what we doing. So he's fighting fire with fire. I like Gavin Newsom. I think that he'll be a great candidate for the Democratic Party. They tried to sabotage Gavin Newsom. We're going to talk about that because you remember when we had those fires.
And he's young, too. He's only 57
But you remember when we had those fires. That was trying to sabotage him already to make him get out of this. Like, nah, get him out of here. Because they fear Gavin Newsom. However, my personal preference, even though Kamala said she ain't running for office right now again or whatever, all that, I think Kamala need to get back up, put her boots on the ground, get back outside. Kamala, put your boots on the ground, get back outside, go back and start, do what Trump did, campaign right now. Don't wait till 2 years from now. Don't wait till the midterms. Put your boots on the ground. Go do your rallies right now. Let's get on it. Kamala, we with you. I know they don't want to let you win, but I still feel like she can pull it off. She wasn't going to be able to pull off against Trump because it's too much.
Well, you got to think, because J.D. Vance and Gavin, they've been going back and forth too, bro.
Man, listen, that's why we need Kamala Gavin ticket. Can we make that happen?
That'll be one of the
Kamala Newsom. Can we make that happen?
Hey, that'll be one of the ones.
Maybe we can. If we had to switch it around, still like Joe Biden.
It don't even matter as long as we can
get.
If we can get that, well, I say this.
What you got?
Because I just know this. At the end of the day, this country is a more masculine country, and the likelihood of Kamala, whatever. The likelihood of her being the front runner is maybe slim to none.
I disagree, but go ahead.
I can't say that simply because our military is more based upon male.
I get the whole masculinity.
You know what I'm saying? Like
all that, but
taking orders from a woman.
But she did get 76 million votes.
No. I'm not negating that. But what I'm saying is, in order for this Newsom Harris thing to work, Newsom has to be the front runner. One, because California is much more detrimental to have as a state if you lose.
We won't lose California, but I got you.
Bro, listen.
We're not losing Cali.
Listen, bro. We've seen stranger things happen.
Not Cali, though. We're not.
Cali
gonna stand with us,
we
man.
won't. But this is what I'm saying. We won't if Gavin's the front. If he's the leader.
Won't lose California.
If he's the front
regardless.
runner.
We're not losing.
We'll have California in the bag.
California and New York is untouchable. We don't lose them. That's our blue wall that won't come down. Trust me.
Right.
Because California has too many migrants, and it's just a mixture. It's too many. The Latinos that actually vote Democrats, too many blacks and Latinos in California, and people that are liberal celebrities and people like this who believe in the real American dream. Because a lot of those celebrities, they came from nothing. They just made it in business. So I don't see us losing it, but I understand on a large scale. I understand Gavin Newsom probably on a large scale when you talk about the whole country maybe. But I believe that Kamala can win. I just don't think she could lose. She couldn't win against evil. With cheating, with people spending money, like Mr. Elon spending money to make sure she don't win, and spending money on computers and saying he know computers very well, and FDT out here talking about don't vote for me. I got all the votes I need.
I got all of the votes.
I don't need you to vote. I don't need it. I got enough already.
He
said, don't go vote. He literally said, don't go vote.
He said, the system is already rigged. Okay. You don't have to worry about it. We're going to win this thing.
So that's the reality of it. That's why I think she can win, because I don't see J.D. Vance, bro. People keep talking about this dude. He's nobody. J.D. Vance is the most awkward, weird person that's in politics right now.
With no politic background.
They got a better chance of going with Brian Kemp. I ain't trying to endorse him, but they got a better chance of going with Georgia governor, going with Abbott, going with one of these other governors that didn't go with Vance. He's just not it, bro. He's just not it. And I just pray that Ron DeSantis stay far away from, because he's gonna run.
Yeah, he is.
Mark my words. But he stole $10 million. Him and his wife stole money from Medicaid. Not only that, let me tell you what else happened. We have a FEMA budget in Florida, right?
Yep.
It's $500 million, give or take, right? $500 million.
Guess how much they spent.
Guess how much he spent on Alligator Alcatraz? He used the FEMA funds to pay for Alligator Alcatraz, which was $450 million. And he stole money and gave it to his wife, and they keep stealing money. They've been stealing money, and he's trying to get his wife to be our governor next.
Yep.
He wants his wife to be the next Florida governor. It's okay if it's a woman, if it's his woman. You see how that works? We need more men. We need more men in politics. We need the men. We need masculinity. We need all of this man stuff and this estrogen and all of this, but not when it comes to Casey. Not when it comes to Casey.
Hey, look.
Not when it comes to Casey. Hey, don't give me no strikes, but not when it comes to Casey. Because the reality is, you want your family to stay in there because y'all so evil. Y'all 8 years was enough for evil for you, bro.
Yeah, because them niggas had look, Trump and DeSantis made up out there on Alligator Alley, Alcatraz Alley, or whatever the fuck that shit, Alligator
That's
Alcatraz.
Crazy. Yes, man.
They was going at each other, but then they made up and they made buddy because they started talking about how they was gonna have additional plans to circulate additional revenue for the for Alcatraz Alley by putting a bus fucking system there to where people can come out and watch. And watch the people in fucking the Alligator Alcatraz shit, bruh. They want to make it a fucking amusement park or some shit, bruh. Like, that's crazy. They want to, but they trying to get money out of this situation however they can, bro.
I already know, man. I already know. I made a comment in my comments, and it got flagged by TikTok. Cause y'all know TikTok don't ban me, but TikTok is. It's kind of Trump kind of got his hands in on that after this election, you know, when he got banned and they made a deal. So certain things you say about the guy.
Yeah. Or there's certain things they won't even let you hash.
Let me tell what happened, bro. So I wrote a comment and somebody said they're trying to bring back slavery, right? Mm-hmm. I wrote a comment and you know what I said? I'm going to try to say this without getting another strike. I said that they're trying to get rid of the 65 million Americans and they're trying to replace them with the 14% of Americans.
Wow.
So the people, the 65%, the 65 million, I mean, not percent, the 65 million people are the ones who are picking the strawberries and who are, you know, they're amongst that. I ain't gonna say all of them because we know a lot of them voted for Trump, but they're in that party. They're in that party. The people that brought you, you know, burritos and enchiladas and, you know, Taco Bell and not Taco Bell, that's a disrespect. Tacos, not Taco Bell. That's American stuff. Not that. Let me fix that. The real taco trucks. These people that brung you that. They're trying to replace them with the 14 percenters. That's why they said they're trying to take your jobs.
Yeah.
When they were saying they're trying to take your jobs, they're coming for you. No, you're trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And then you think that we, the 14 percenters, are gonna go get and try to do their job. You think we gonna go pick some berries? I'm not picking no berries. I don't care how much you pay. I'm not doing it. My skin ain't built to be in the sun. I might be black on the outside, but I can't sit in no sun like that, bro. But these people, they come from a country that feels like this.
Right.
But let's talk about these record-breaking temperatures with this fake, what they call global. They say it's not real. So how is it not real when we just hitting hundreds and
104, bro.
in Tampa?
110.
Come on, bro.
106.
Come on, bro.
No way, bro. These are career highs.
What about the tsunami that they were talking about and the earthquakes and?
Bro, you see the Israeli strike Gaza again?
I saw Israeli strike Gaza again, but I thought he said he would end that, but he not even talking about that. What about Russia, Ukraine? What about Russia? What about the wars he would end on day one?
Yeah.
What about Russia? What about how he said?
Talk about
what about he gave him 2 weeks? He said you got 2 weeks now instead of the 2 months. So, we're gonna put more sanctions on you, Russia. Russia ain't hurting, man. The economy not hurting, bro.
None of that shit,
they went to China and got supplies, man. They don't care about that, man. What we gonna do?
Yeah.
Are we afraid?
That's what it looks like.
What are we gonna do? We talked all this trash about all these other people, and we send nukes to freaking Iran. But what's up?
What up, my Palestine people? What we doing? What we doing?
Where the free Palestine people?
Where the Palestinians at? I don't
where the
see
protesters?
Y'all getting a little quiet.
When it was Joe's turn, y'all made that.
Yeah, it was pray for Palestine, and we had to change our avatar and all of this. Where you at? Where you at?
It get real political, man. It get real political. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all know how we do it.